sunshine. Find out more about SCE&G Renewable Energy at sceg.com/solar. That's sceg.com/solar. Brought to you by the shareholders of Scana Corporation.
News and stories that matter to you, plus some fun, too. This is the Hot Talk Morning Show.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer
Had a very shiny nose.
And if you ever saw it,
You would even say it glows.
Yeah.
all of the other reindeer,
Used to laugh and call him names.
they never let poor Rudolph fly in any reindeer game.
I'm grooving, Liz.
Then
707 Hot Talk 99.5, the Hot Talk Morning Show.
I love it when you're grooving.
I'm grooving.
Rocking and rolling so
Harry
early
Connick
in the
does
morning.
that to me, man. He took the baton from Frank and ran. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, this is so cool. And he's going to be the new judge on American Idol.
Cool.
J-Lo's coming back. He's going to be on there along
He's
with
sassy.
Keith Urban. He's sassy, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to need it, though, because it's almost jumped the shark. It's very close to jumping the shark. Mm-hmm. The Voice has taken over as
Yes.
the preeminent show, so they may pull it out of the fire. We'll see, but I like Harry Connick. Hey, there's a beautiful young lady sitting in my chair over there. What is up with
Yes.
that?
This is Mariah Bailey. She's a 6th grader from Forest Brook Middle School.
Oh, you go to Forest Brook? Oh, I bet you've seen me before then.
Do you know him?
No, I do not know him.
You know
I
why?
have not seen that
You know,
man.
now, here's the question I'll pose to her then. Let's say about 3 weeks ago. Do you remember when they were having a thing at lunchtime? They let everybody come outside to dance around the parking lot?
Yes.
Now do you remember who I am?
Yes, I do remember who you are.
Now she knows who I am.
Did he make you do the wobble too?
Yes, he did.
You know,
Liz
you need
did
to
the
stop.
wobble
I
in
did
my
the wobble.
driveway.
Yeah, on Halloween. He had a big dance
You did
party.
the wobble in the traffic circle.
Yes, I did.
Indeed. Well, what are you doing here this morning? Liz, please tell me why this beautiful young lady is in my chair.
Well, this young lady is absolutely amazing, and she should be definitely commended for her amazing contributions that she's making to our community here regarding homelessness. And she is working so hard. So I'd like to turn it over to her right now and tell us about first your father's organization that you and your whole family work with.
Well, he made a little charity called Sidewalk Angels, and I started to pick up on it, and I started really enjoying helping people. So I asked him if I could, start my own charity, and if I gave up my Christmas and helped those people, and he said yeah, and he helped me make it.
That's amazing. So tell us a little bit about what his charity does and then how yours complements it.
Well, his charity was basically him going on the streets anonymously and handing out things to people. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to do the exact same thing, so I started asking him if we could make these blessing bags that we could hand out on Christmas, and it has all these things that they have, like food,
Like what kind of things?
like food, toothpaste, socks, and they have Christmas stuff like cookies, candy, and they also have a little personal note that I left in there.
Oh, all right. So this is something to, what are you hoping to achieve by giving these gifts to these people?
I want them to know that somebody cares about them and that they're not forgotten.
And this you're doing on Christmas Day.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that's a very special gift.
Now, hold on a minute.
That is
Now,
extremely special
You are not,
gift.
Liz,
Yes.
you are making this sound very matter of fact. Let
Yes.
me interject here, will you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so let me get this straight. What you're sitting here telling me is that you, on your own volition, on your own decision, you decided that you wanted to follow in your dad's footsteps, do something to help out your fellow brethren and sistren, so to speak, to help out your fellow man, and give up your own Christmas in order to provide those things for all those other people?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I told you she was amazing.
You got to realize that, first of all, there are very few adults that would be willing to do
Oh,
that.
yes.
This is a 6th grader. Okay, now, brain don't fail me now. So you're 6th grade, that means you are 12?
Yes.
Holy mackerel.
It's incredible.
And not only is it incredible,
Yes.
but, that gives me a little pause and lets me know that we may have hope for the next generation coming up. because
Yes.
of people like her that are willing to do something like that. Because do you realize how rare this is?
I do. That's why we brought her in here.
Holy cow.
Now, I have to ask you, Mariah, because, and I am talking to her, very adult-like, because she is very adult-like.
Obviously.
But I have this question for you, and I think I know what you're going to say, but I just want to hear your take on it. Why do you think it is so important to not only provide people who are homeless in our community with shelter, food, and clothing? That's the basic needs that people have. But why do you find it so important to show them that we care about them as well?
Well, I know that they have shelters and they have soup kitchens. We actually volunteer there, so we know about it. But they're not obligated to say, "I love you, you're awesome, we care about you." They just give them food and keep going. And the shelters, what they do is that they keep them in there till 6:45 or something like that in the morning, and then they kick them out on the streets, and they feel like, okay, I'm gonna have to try to go back there tonight, when they feel like they just don't have anything to do. They're just all alone by themselves. And I really feel bad because on Christmas morning, the kids are in warm homes with their families opening presents while these people are on the streets starving alone.
See?
Wow. You're going to make me cry. You stop that over there,
No,
you.
stop it. Every time you cry, you make
I'm
me cry.
sorry,
He
but I
does
mean,
this to me every time.
You don't hear this out of kids.
I know. That's why I had
She's
to ask her
12.
the question.
She's 12.
I know.
You have a very old soul, Mariah.
Thank you.
That's a compliment. You have
And
a very old
amazing
soul.
parents.
Well,
And
that certainly helps.
her mom, Heather, is here looking on, watching us well up.
Wow.
So,
But the thing of it is, she's right.
yes, I know.
She's
right.
absolutely right.
I know she's right. Now, do you ever listen to what Pope Francis says? And recently he was saying that about the homeless people outside the Vatican. Did you hear what he was saying?
I think I might have heard what he was saying because the news is always on in my house, so I'm always hearing something.
That's good. So he was saying that he wanted people to go out there and talk to the homeless people and give them hugs. And he was saying that he was sending his Swiss Army guards out there to do just that because he feels like you feel that it's important to not only help them with the basic needs that they need, but to show them that you love them.
Well, I know a couple homeless people, and I think what really changed my warmth of the heart is that I met this man named Fred, and he was walking up and down the streets, and it was Thanksgiving, and some guy gave him a pork chop. So he was sitting on the bench in Chapin Park eating, and we stopped by there to do our videos, our updates, and we gave him a blessing bag. And he always starts his stories out by saying, "When I was somebody." And it makes me feel bad because he is still somebody, but he doesn't believe he is.
And by you looking at him in the eyes and talking to him validates the fact that
someone
he
cares
is
about him.
that he is
And see, the
somebody.
thing of it is that an adult could stop by
Right.
and literally say the same thing she's saying.
Oh, yes.
But it doesn't have nearly the impact that it would if it's her and someone that age.
Now, also, beyond that, are you ever concerned about your safety when you're talking to people? Like, what venue are you in when you're having these conversations? Because oftentimes people are afraid of people who are homeless, thinking they could be violent, they could be mentally ill, and they could be thinking of criminal things that, there are people that
Yeah,
are good
there
and
are.
bad that are in homes and out of homes. So how do you deal with that fear?
Well, when I actually go see them, I don't really have that fear because I'm always with my dad and he's always with me. So when we talk to them, they're not like that at all. They're actually really nice. And Fred told me that when people are walking by him, it really hurts his feelings when nobody stops and says hi. Like they just walk by him, don't say anything to him, ignore him like he's invisible. And that got me really upset because he was sad because he thought that he was invisible to other people.
So what else did Fred tell you about how what would help him, do you think? Has he mentioned, or any other person you've met that is homeless in our community, what they could really use, or how can someone walking by be helpful to them?
Well, I also know a homeless person named Russell, And we met him at Walmart and bought him food and water, and because he was going up to the beach. He was walking, so we gave him some food so that he can have some energy to go up there. And he was telling us his story about him losing his kids when he lost his doctor job, and that his wife left him, and that he went homeless, and that all he wanted was a wallet to put his kids' pictures in.
Wow.
That's all he wanted. And that was awesome, but we still gave him more things because we
So
felt
you got
really
him a
bad
wallet
for them.
too. She's gonna make me cry again.
Look, here's the bottom line. There are great things in store for you in life, my dear. B, it's too bad that more people don't share that sentiment. You know, we did the story a few weeks ago about the guy who had been hired as the new minister of the church. I think it was in Texas or somewhere. And he disguised himself as a homeless person and sat outside. Mariah's over there shaking her head. She heard that story.
Yes.
And then he went in and divulged he was the new minister, and everybody put their head down in shame. That's a perfect example of why it's easy for us to dismiss those who we may castigate aside as less of a human because they're in a bad situation. They're in a bad predicament.
Right.
You know, and that's one of the things our cohort in crime, Scott Mann across the hall that does the Marathon for Meals, who was a huge proponent of, no, they're not. And we've got to try to help.
Scott would have loved you. He's off today. Could you imagine if we introduced them?
Oh, Lord, they'd have been,
You know what?
friends.
I'm going to send him a copy of this interview.
Well, not only that, and I may get heat for this, and I don't care.
Okay.
You know what hey, have you ever been to medieval times before?
No, but we're taking a field trip in my history class.
Well, guess what else you're going to do? I have tickets for 2 right here. I was going to give away. I'm not. I'm giving them to you. You and your mom or your dad or whoever. You're going to go to medieval times, and you're going to go be waited on by winters and serfs, and you're going to get to go meet all the cute guys with long hair that are riding the horses. Okay? This is my gift to you for all that she's done for the community.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. It pales in comparison to what you're telling us that you do.
Well, I can tell everybody what they can do if they have listened to Mariah and they really want to help her. There's a website that she has. It's called TrendingChange.com. And if they go on there, there's a Contribute Now button that they can push onto. They can also go to another website called Indiegogo, INDIEGOGO.com. And then there's a picture of Mariah, and it also talks about Sidewalk Angels. And they can click on that, and they can find out what you're doing. Now, Christmas Day. Do you need help handing out these bags?
Yes.
All right. So what do we have to do to help you do this? Now, how many bags have you prepared?
We've prepared a little bit to hand out to people now, but we're still gonna prepare them a little bit before Christmas, so that night we have them all ready. So that
Is this at your church? Is that where you're doing? No, where are you doing
my
all this? At your house. Okay, so you're compiling. How many bags are you hoping to compile?
I at least want to make 100. But I have a feeling that we're going to go over that because of the people that donated, and I'd like to thank all of them.
I do
Okay,
too.
so people are donating money for you to buy the items that you need.
Yes,
Okay, so in order for them to donate money, which website is better? The Indiegogo or
TrendingChange, because Indiegogo, we're gonna our time is running out for the campaign to be on that website.
Okay.
So TrendingChange is always going to be up there.
Okay, so TrendingChange.com, donate whatever you can to Mariah's cause. She can use that money. We would love to see more than 100 bags.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I'm sure you have plenty of friends and family that'll come over and help you compile those bags. And then on Christmas Day, you're going to be posting online at TrendingChange.com where you're going to start.
Yes, we are.
All right. So if you're interested in helping out Mariah and her family on Christmas morning or Christmas afternoon, really around noon, to hand out these bags in various locations near Chapin Park and where else?
Just around that area, like, we're just, because there's churches around there, and because some of the churches are saying that people in that area want them gone. So I'm trying to get around that area to give them stuff because I feel bad for them too. I mean, they're
Right.
getting hatred from a lot of people from around that area.
So people want them gone because they feel that it's not nice to have them around the community.
Yeah.
All right. So you are going to be out in that area
To
and
try to show a little love.
show a little love, and you're
Yes.
going to post when and where so that if you need extra hands, everyone can come out and show their support.
Okay, couple things. First of all, we will definitely put all those addresses on our
Yes.
Facebook page. Liz is going to put all that on there. Secondly, you've done Stop My Nose Up and made my eyes mess with me again. It's all your fault, Mariah.
Oh, she's amazing.
And third, when I grow up, I want to be just like her. and most importantly,
Yes.
this is the reason for the season.
Absolutely.
And oftentimes it takes people like that to remind us of all that.
Oh, yeah.
And the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yes.
Like-
Mariah
like her.
Bailey.
Yep.
She's a middle schooler from Forest Brook Middle School,
Yay,
one of our
Gators.
own, sixth
Yay,
grade.
Gators.
I'm sure she's awesome in school, and I'm sure your friends think wonderful things about you, and so do your teachers. But I know that the people in the community really appreciate what you're doing.
You bet they do.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure, absolutely.
I'd like to thank everyone that had donated and posted and shared the video in the campaign. You guys have got me this far, and I thank you all.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I love her.
You take her home. Yeah, Mom may have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mariah, you keep on keeping on doing what you're doing.
Yes.
And when you get to be old and you know, like me. when
Not bald, but
yeah,
like
no, let's hope not. You continue. Don't let growing up jade you. You keep this
yes.
vision and you keep spreading because it's contagious.
Well, she has some excellent role models.
And furthermore, I will say that if you're going to do this next year, because I'm going to be out of town all Christmas week, next year when you do this, want to have you back. And furthermore,
Yes, earlier.
I will go with you and help you do this.
Oh,
I will
thank you so
definitely go
much.
with you. So, yeah, I wish I were here this year. I'd be doing it with you this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Mariah, you're good people. You know that?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your dad's name?
Joseph Bailey.
Joseph Bailey. So congratulations also to Joseph and Heather for doing
raising,
an awesome job.
an angel, an absolute angel.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for coming in and sharing it with us this morning, my dear.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Really
honey.
appreciate it. Gee whiz.
Yes.
I got to grow up and be just like her now. I don't know. The pressure's too great, Liz. I don't know. Oh, Lord. 724 on Hot Talk 99.5 out of the mouths of babes. Okay, Liz, thank you very much. Let's go and take a look at the Hot Talk forecast. For today, sunny, a little warmer and a high of 55. Tonight, coming cloudy, slight chance of rain, a low of 40. Tomorrow, cloudy with a much greater chance of rain and a high of 60. About the same thing for Sunday as well. It is currently 30 on the Grand Strand at 7:25. Good morning. Hot Talk 99.5, the Hot Talk Morning Show with Pat and Liz. Liz,
Yes.
daggone it.
We're two mush pots here.
We really are. We really are. But you know what? I mean, how often do you run across people that have that kind of heart, let alone a kid,
Right.
you know? A little knucklehead kid.
She
Is
is
obviously-
unbelievable.
I mean,
I hugged
don't-
her for a few minutes there. Did
I
you
don't
see
know.
that?
I did too. I didn't know what else to tell her, but I mean, it's so refreshing. As screwed up as the world is nowadays, it is so refreshing because you know how it is. I suppose every generation says this. Oh my God, if these kids are going to be the ones that are going to be in charge when we are old, we're all in trouble. But no.
To have such a feeling,
an insight,
an
to have
insight,
an insight.
of selflessness
Yeah.
to be able to give of herself like
Yeah.
that. But it's,
It's also a huge tribute to her parents.